Welcome. It's Happy New Year, Pat.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's 2025. Welcome back to Mustangs to the Stable for Little Hawkeye Conference basketball tonight between the Indianola Indians and your Dallas Center Grimes Mustangs. I'm Christine Megason, along with Pat O'Brien. And Pat, it seems like a while since we've been here and in this place. But at least on the girls' side, they've still had a lot of basketball that they've played since the last time we were on this live stream.
Yeah, 4 games played, and you look at the quality of the games that they've played. High-quality teams, ranked teams, and things like that.
4 ranked teams on the road they've played since the last time we were here and had a game.
And go 3-4 in those ranked teams on the road.
Exactly, and losing only to Bishop Heelan, who is now the #1 team in the state.
Right. Yeah, you look at, and I really wanted to get in a little bit about the conference games, which are the most important games on our schedule. Our non-conference games set us up, and this is multiple sports that we play.
Yeah.
Not just basketball, not just softball, baseball, but your non-conference schedule gets you to the point where you're very, very competitive in conference play. And you look at who we've played. North Polk, they put it to us pretty good. I mean, there's no doubt about it. I mean, they were #2 in the state right now. Heelan, #1 in the state right now. We lose to them on a neutral court, I believe that was, by 6 points.
Right.
So, I mean, there's no moral victories, but that was a game right there. You're thinking, geez, on paper, what are we going to do here?
Right.
You go down to Oskaloosa, which is a very formidable team right now at Oskaloosa. Oskaloosa is going to hurt somebody's feelings in this conference at Oskaloosa more than one time. They're going to win games down there. And then at Norwalk, which at that time I believe
ranked
was
third.
number 3rd or 4th. Okay, third.
Third, and they just dropped down this week to 7, just right below us at 6.
Yeah.
But ranked 3rd as we went into that game.
Right. Just a major, and and I went back and looked at that. I'm not going to say that I wasn't a little surprised when I saw that score come across. Like, whoa, here we go. Then you look at the boys, and it was the same thing.
Right.
And Norwalk and DCG have been battling for years now. Those are mirror communities. They're mirror-like. You start looking at everything. There are a lot of values the same, and that's a huge rivalry. But when you look at the schedule that DCG played and the schedule that Norwalk has played, and you start looking at the scores, and DCG has faced adversity. We've been down. We've had to battle back. We've been in tight games. We've been at ADM in a 4 or 6 point game right there, and that helped us in that game. You look at Norwalk and some of the margin of victories that they have had. 24-point margin of victory, 22 points, 35 points, 35 points, 40 points. These are margins of victory. That doesn't help anybody out long term. And I think that this is the first time that Norwalk has faced adversity in this season. Maybe Southeast Polk was a 10-point game. That was close. Who knows what was going on there. But those schedules are so that the scheduling has played a part, has helped us right there, and right now we're at one spot. Both teams right now are going to battle it out at home here in the future right here, I think, for the conference championship.
Yeah, it could very well be. And, I asked Coach Jones, Coach Adam Jones, the coach for DCG girls team, about that difficult schedule, and especially taking 4 ranked, opponents on the road, and how does that schedule help his team? And he told me that having that kind of schedule challenges them because he says it really puts them in a position to know what do they need to improve upon. He says when you play good teams, your weaknesses get exposed. And he said during games like those, it allows them to see what do we need to improve on so that we are ready for the conference season, so we are ready for the postseason. Right. And so they certainly did that in taking on some of those tough teams. Let's turn to Indianola. As we go into the conference play tonight, Indianola girls are 2-1 in conference. They've lost to Newton. Otherwise, they've had two wins. DCG 3-0 in conference. Here's something that's fascinating to me, Pat. We were kind of talking a little bit about this before the broadcast. In Little Hawkeye Conference play, that DCG has won 4 straight Little Hawkeye Conference titles. So the girls on this team have only known being Little Hawkeye Conference champions. But get this is the thing that absolutely blew my mind. Over the last 4 seasons in those conference titles, their record, Dallas Center Grimes' record in conference play is 54-2. 54-2 in Little Hawkeye Conference play over the last 4 seasons.
Wow. I mean, that just goes to show the program that has been built here in Dallas Center Grimes. I mean, that is work.
Yeah, absolutely.
That is a job.
I mean, to consistently win night in and night out in this conference schedule where you're playing, it's a round robin, you're playing everybody home and away, right? To be able to come out with a 54-2 record over 4 seasons. Get this, Pat. The last time that Dallas Center Grimes lost a conference, the girls lost a conference game, was December 10th of 2021. So over 3 years ago, since the last time they've even lost in conference. So those 2 losses were even before that. And now, the last time they've lost at home, January 31st of 2020. We're almost to the 5-year mark since the DCG girls have lost a conference game here at the stable. Yeah,
and you know, I guess when you look at the players that we've had, and you look at the commitment and just the things that have happened here over the last 4 and 5 years, and this was set up a generation before that. I mean, there's been a lot of work. You can have a flash in the pan.
Yeah.
I mean, you can get that one kid that can take you where, and then you go right back to where you were. We have not had that.
Yeah.
We have always rebuilt and reloaded and reloaded and reloaded. I mean, and you look at the lower levels. You go look at your 5th and 6th grade levels and what's going on down there, how much energy we got at the freshman and the sophomore levels. That's where your programs are built, and that's what Coach Jones has really taken a hard look at and said, this is what, even when I was coaching the younger kids back in the day, I went, what do you want us to run? How do you want us to do it? So that influence from the varsity level goes all the way through even to 3rd and 4th grade.
Perfect timing that you mentioned that, because tonight happens to be youth basketball night on the girls' side. So we have all kinds of young girl youth teams in attendance tonight cheering on the Mustangs. So we see that the program built that you mentioned, that foundation laying all the way down there. We also have our duck toss that's happening tonight from the bank, as well as the pep bands in the house. We've been waiting for that, Pat, all along. Let's turn the page, though, to talk about Indianola. Talking to Coach Jones this week, he mentioned just what great athletes Indianola has, that they always play hard, that they're well coached, that they're well prepared. Coach Jansen, for the Indians, has known to try to do some different things to mix it up, especially throw in some junk defenses. So they're anticipating that he's going to have some tricks up his sleeve. But, you know, Indianola does have some good athletes coming in, as we mentioned. They are currently 3-7 is their record, but they're 2-1 in conference. 2 seniors, 2 sophomores, and a junior make up their roster.
Yeah, so when Indianola in everything we do has been a battle. They're strong kids. They're going to be big, and they're going to battle test us down low. We know that. They're going to rebound. They are out-rebounding DCG right now by a pretty hefty margin. Now, one of the issues is ball security. Ball security in the girls' game, even more than the boys' game, is so important because it allows breakaway layups. The ability to handle pressure will be the key to the game for the Indians. If they have a hard time protecting the ball, we're going to have run out after run out after run out, and then the game ends up getting away from you.
You're absolutely right. It'll be interesting to see, as we know Dallas Center Grimes thrives on their defense turning into offense for them. So it will be a battle of what is our defense is able to do to Indianola when they get out on the floor. We're about 40 seconds away from the starting lineups. We want to thank our season sponsor, which is Charter Bank. Chart your success with Charter Bank. Charter Bank offers a full line of bank products to fit your needs, including home loans, consumer loans, and business loans, ag loans, checking accounts, savings accounts, and CDs. Chart your success with Charter Bank. We'll go down to the floor now for player introductions.
gentlemen, to all our guests from Indianola and to our home fans here supporting DCG, welcome to Battles Gym and Skate. Here at DCG High School for tonight's game between the Indianola Indians and our DCG Mustangs. Ladies and gentlemen, at DCG Indianola, we enjoy many great traditions. One of those involves great sportsmanship. The Iowa High School Athletic Association, Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union, and the LHC promote good sportsmanship of participants, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting distance and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial, sexist, or abusive comments or intimidating actions directed at officials, participants, coaches, team representatives. I don't even know if you listen. Be nice and remember you're here for two things: the Indianola Indians team and the DCG Mustangs team. Cheer for your team, and all will be well. A reminder to all spectators that the first row of bleachers is to remain clear for the safety of the players and officials. Thank you for your cooperation. Tonight's officials is assigned by the Iowa Basketball Officials Association are Paul Weiss, TJ Robinson, and Kenneth Norman. They are good guys and have families. They can count and they know the rules. Please trust them to do their job. Tonight's athletic trainer and athletic coach is Jared Troy. Now, let's meet our guests, the Indians from Indianola. At guard, a 5'8" junior, number 4, Lauren Olson. At forward, a 6' sophomore, number 13, Madison Jones. At guard, a 5'7" sophomore, number 22, Wesley Dyer. At forward, a 5'9" senior, number 23, Dana Blake. And at guard, a 5'7" senior, number 24, Zoe Belt. Assistant coaches for Indianola are Morgan Hackett, Robert Hahn, and Bill Maber. Head coach is Jeff Jansen. And now, let's meet the starting lineup for our Varsity Grimes Mustangs. At guard, 5'5" junior, number 2, Leah Brown. At guard, 5'6" sophomore, number 10, Lucy Ryder. At forward, 5'10" freshman, number 12, Ava Smith. At forward, 5'10" sophomore, number 14, Evans. At guard, 5'7" sophomore, number 34, Tessa Jones. Assistant coaches for the Mustangs are Julie Missy, Richard Foster, Jalen Raymond, and Jacob Hyman. Head coach for the Mustangs is Aaron Jones. Now, everyone, please remove your hats, stand for the face center court, and join us in the playing of our national anthem.
All right, so welcome to Dallas Center Grimes to the stable for Little Hawkeye Conference basketball as we enter into the second half of the season with Indianola Indians here visiting Dallas Center Grimes Mustangs. Indians 2-1 in conference, 3-7 overall. Dallas Center Grimes 9-2 and 3-0 in conference. We want to thank our game sponsors, Charter Bank. Season sponsor, Charter Bank is 100% Locally owned with local management and staff, delivering prompt local decision making. They're committed to helping our communities thrive. So chart your success with Charter Bank. Also, our 3-point sponsor for all 3-pointers made during the game is 15 Hands Real Estate. Buying, selling, or building a home doesn't have to be complicated. The 15 Hands Real Estate team has the knowledge, resources, and commitment to help reach your goals. Our charge sponsor is Schaefer's Auto Body, and tonight's game sponsors, the Grimes Plaza Vet Clinic, Royal Flooring, U.S. Cellular. We also want to thank Dallas Center Grimes Booster Club. Thank them for all of their support and being able to provide the live stream to you free of charge. You can see a QR code on your screen anytime that you might be able to help the Booster Club with volunteering or supporting the live stream. We want to thank them for their support. So, Pat, as we get kicked off, we're looking at a Indianola team that has one leading scorer in double figures, all the rest below. And what's amazing to me, Dallas Center Grimes, their leading scorers, we have 3 in double figures and 1 girl who averages 9 points a game.
Yeah, and you start looking at what we got on the bench before, we would have more than that if we would have a full stable the whole time.
Yeah, it's amazing just the amount of scoring that they do and just how well the girls share the basketball, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's if you have that. Coach Jones sent out a tweet, and I think it was a Norwalk basket. A kid made a basket.
Yes,
and
I saw that.
I'm like, you know what? That's called sportsmanship. But the Norwalk bench got up and totally praised that kid for making that basket. And and that's what it's all about, right? I mean, it doesn't matter who gets the credit, who gets the steal, or who makes the basket. Everybody gets celebrated.
That's right. So Macy Meyer at the free throw line makes the first but misses the second. Off Dallas Center Grimes, so Indianola will have the ball, taking it out.
And that possession offensively was set by the defense by the Mustangs with the turnover down low.
So we see Dallas Center Grimes again.
Oh, that's good. You got it. Yeah. You're going to get away with the 1, but you're not going to get away with 3 of them. And this is what we kind of thought possibly if you can't handle the ball very well, you're going to have a very hard time against this Mustang defense. Well,
and the Mustangs have faced quite a bit of adversity this year. They've had players out, they've had players injured, and so they have played a lot of girls. Their rotation's been pretty big, but now having everyone back, one of the downfalls of that is that minutes decrease. One of the benefits is you have fresh legs, you have a lot of people who have some varsity experience that can come in, and so they can do things like pressing.
Well, it's going to help the depth, will help the Mustangs as they get into this stretch of the season because it is a grind.
Absolutely. So Indianola with the ball in purple, moving right to left on your screen. Down low to Dana Blake. She gets tied up in the lane. Oh, but number 24, Zoe Belt, able to get the ball and make the layup. So 2 there for Belt. Dallas Center Grimes pushing the ball up forward. Macy Meyer calling for the...
took off just a second, just a little bit too much. It was just...
Yep. So Indianola will take the ball out on the side. Number 24, Zoe Belt. Again, Dallas Center Grimes setting up that press. Moving ahead to Alexa Geyer. Out to Madison Grover. That's good.
And that's a nice job by the Indians right there. If you're going to get that kind of pressure, you got to take that thing all the way to the hoop.
Grover is their girl player with in double figures, averaging 10.7 points per game.
It was a nice defensive stand right there by the Indians. Trying to play a little matchup, it looks like.
So Dallas Center Grimes without Devin Carlisle, who was injured this week, knee injury. So hopefully she'll be back, and they're just taking that as precaution. So Addie Abens with the start tonight for the Mustangs, and that's a tip there by Leah Brauch. She's running ahead. She's going to just... Oh, nice pass underneath to Tessa Jones. No good on the basket, but that
just
was
a bad angle for Tess Jones right there. No backboard.
That's a steal there by Addie Abens. So Mustangs will take it in white, moving left to right on your screen the other way. Macy Meyer in, bounces around,
nice.
And it's good.
Every Mustang is attacking the basketball right now on the pass, every single one of them. Watch your man, watch the ball, and go get the ball.
Now they're setting up that trap in that corner. Looking far side, number 4, Lauren Olson for 3, no good. Rebound, Ava Smid.
the fabulous freshman, aggressive on the boards.
Yeah, Dallas Center Grimes starting tonight. 1 junior, 3 sophomores, and 1 freshman, which, some of the things we were talking about before, some of the success they've had this year, only 2 losses, coming to the number 1, number 2 ranked teams in the state. Amazing that they're able to do that with the amount of youth that they have on their team.
Yeah, absolutely agree with that for sure. God, the aggressiveness right now on the floor for these kids is unbelievable. Diving after that.
Love the effort. And that's something that Coach Jones said, this week that kind of surprised me. He was talking about this team and just how they fought through adversity. But he said, even though now that everyone's healthy, minutes are going to go down, he said, I'm seeing them having amazing support of one another. And he said, I've coached some great teams. I've coached teams with great chemistry. But he said he thinks that this team has the best chemistry and camaraderie of any that he has coached.
Yeah, and that says
amazing.
Something right there.
Yeah, amazing. So 4:46 to go in the first. Dallas Center Grimes 3, Indianola 4. Indianola with the ball.
They're actually the officials are letting everybody play right now. There is a lot of contact that the Mustangs are making.
So Dana Blake with the basket was able to get her own rebound and then fouled now on the second attempt. So she'll go to the line.
And the energy right now that the Mustangs are throwing out there is significant. You get a couple new players in right now in Bowens and Williamson. So as you kind of look at that, now we just add a little bit more speed. So the depth of the Mustangs is going to start taking a toll.
So that last foul was on number 12, Ava Smid. Blake missed the first. Second is up. And no good. Smid with the rebound. The Mustangs will go the other way. Leah Brauk, pitch out to Myers. Drive in, back out to Brauk. Myers is going to take it all the way this time. No good on the layup. Myers, leading scorer for the Mustangs, averaging 17.9 points per game. Was out for about 4 games right before Christmas, so it's been nice to have her back in the Williamsburg game and the Norwalk game this past week.
Absolutely. Straight man all the way up in there. Just heavy pressure right now.
Number 11, Hadley Erickson, is checked in for Indianola. Blake with the drive. Nice shot. Way to come up through contact there.
And way to go for the Indians right there, being tough, handling the pressure, and getting that ball up off the glass. Great offensive possession.
Meyer with the drive. Nice floater there. It's going to be a foul on number 13, Madison Grover. That'll be her first.
The defense right now for the Indians is very, very good.
Yeah, really great.
Very good. There is no open shots anywhere. They're actually matching the defensive intensity of the Mustangs, and right now that's one reason why they've got a 6-3 lead.
Meyer at the line. First free throw is no good. We're going to have some substitutions. Number 5, Abby Kluver for the Indians. Number 4, Lauren Olson's back into the game, as well as for the Mustangs. Soon to be checking in, number 34, Tessa Jones. Looks like she's coming in for Macy Myers, so she'll come in here after the free throw. So we've got a lot of speed on the floor right now, Pat. I'd love to see that press, that defensive intensity.
Well, you're going to get your press right here. Now it's just a matter of can you score off of it, because if you can't score off it, there's no sense in doing it.
And turnover there by the Indians, so Mustangs will have the ball. I love having Ava Smid, those long arms up at the point of that press, moving back and forth. So hard to get around her, to get that pass go around.
Yeah, so fast, so athletic, so hardworking.
And just a freshman, so we look forward to 3 more years with her.
And that's what we talked about earlier is in the program, it's not one person, it's multiples.
And it really looks like Anaya Bowens found like a slippery spot on the floor there. And so I wonder if they'll check that out or if it's just shoes or what, but travel there on Bowens. So Indianola ball, 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. More travels. Again, just that press. You see those girls coming right at you. You want to get the ball off quickly.
Like, where do I go? And there's like white jerseys everywhere.
Yes, surrounding you. So Mustangs trailing 6-4. Brock with the ball up top. Bowens comes up. Setting up the offense. Baseline drive, Leah Brock. No good. Rebound, Indianola. They're going the other direction. Now to Lauren Olson. Good stop by Williamson. Out to Kluver. Zoe Belt into Dana Blake for 3. That's a 3-pointer by number 4, Lauren Olson. Great ball movement by Indianola on that last possession.
Yeah, and the shooting for Indianola has been very good.
That's a great job. That's exactly what they need to do. Ava coming down, drawing the defense, finding an eye on the other side of the lane, those 2 post players, just to get the basket to fall, and that's exactly what they want to do.
Yeah, I mean, there was execution right there of the offense was great. Execution of the shot just not there. And it's not just the one, it's almost all of them.
Up top with the ball, Abby Kluver to Blake. Out to the outside, Zoe Belt. She drives in. Shot goes up, no good. Rebound, Smid. Going the other way for DCG. Out to Neil Williamson. Neil's going to set it up. Talia in the corner for 3. No good. Rebound, Mustangs. Williamson over to Smid. Smid's going to take drive all the way to the basket. Nice and strong move, but no good on the basket. We've missed so many layups, too.
We've made 1 basket in this quarter, and at some point they're going to start falling. The effort is there, the energy is there, the execution will come.
Definitely good looks, just a matter of having that ball go through the basket. Baseline drive by Zoe Belt. Tipped off Mustangs, so Indianola will have the ball. We have a bunch of substitutions coming in for the Mustangs. Number 10, Macy Meyer. Number 14, Addie Abens. And in the game for the first time, number 24, Paisley Heigerken. For the Indians, number 32, Sam Grip. I'm looking for some of the others. Number 22, Alexa Geyer back in the game. 32, yep, we had Sam Grip. Nice move there by Madison Grover. It's a little too strong on the shot. So Mustang ball, 1 minute, just over a minute to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, and this is what happens in basketball games. This is why games are 4 quarters, not 1. And they'll be able to get back to the bench here in a little bit, refocus, and get after it. But right now, 50 seconds remain.
Outside to Macy Meyer for 3, no good. Indianola with the rebound. Up ahead to Lauren Olson. That's going to be a foul on the Mustangs. I believe number 4, Neela Williamson on that. So that's Mustangs, just the second foul. So
that's probably a good foul right there because there's a mismatch right there height-wise. Go ahead and take that foul. Fouls are not an issue.
So Indianola taking the ball out of bounds. Tipped there by Heigerken, but it went right to Alexa Geyer, then out to Hadley Erickson. Good hustle there by Paisley Heigerken.
Yeah, if you're a young player right now, watch Paisley Heigerken and just watch her defend. Watch her how she anticipates right now because she is fun to watch.
Also another freshman on the floor. Indianola looking for that shot. 17 on the shot clock. Good back door there by Grover, but Williamson able to get the steal. Mustangs push ahead. Back out to Abens. To Tessa Jones for 3. No good.
Ugh.
3 seconds. Half-court shot. Lauren Olson, no good. So we'll end the first quarter. Indianola Indians leading the Mustangs 9-4. We want to take this moment to thank our sponsor, Charter Bank.
Come bank with your friends and neighbors at Charter Bank.
The service is excellent, the local staff is professional, and customers are treated as human beings in Waukee.
As a retired banker, I know and appreciate the advantages that community banks have over the large impersonal banks. Thanks for everything you have done for us in Johnston.
We started at Charter Bank when we moved to Grimes, and we thoroughly enjoy your services.
I've been waiting 18 years for Charter Bank to come to Ankeny, ever since the bank opened in Johnston.
Chart your success with Charter Bank in Johnston, Grimes, Waukee, and Ankeny.
All right, so welcome back to Dallas Under Grimes to the stable as we have Little Hawkeye Conference basketball. Indianola Indians leading the Dallas Under Grimes Mustangs 9-4. I'm Christine Megason along with Pat O'Brien. And Pat, if you're in the huddle right now, Coach Jones, what's he saying to his team?
Hey, just keep doing what you're doing right now. The energy's there, the effort's there. The shots will start to fall. Yeah. I mean, that's why it's called averages, right? I mean, I could see them coming back and leading by 10 at the end of the half. You know, I mean, that's the type of thing going to happen. But be efficient, be diligent. And when you get yourself underneath, don't push, don't press. I mean, it'll come. Just let the game come to you.
Well, and I think Coach Jansen for Indianola has to be thrilled. They've done a great job defensively on Dallas Under Grimes and also offensively. I mean, to be able to be leading at the game here at the end of the first quarter. I think they've handled the pressure pretty well. So we'll get started here in the second quarter. Again, thank you to Charter Bank for our season sponsor. Our three-point sponsor is 15 Hands Real Estate. Our charge sponsor, Schaefer's Auto Body. And our game sponsors tonight, Grimes Plaza Vet Clinic, Royal Flooring, and U.S. Cellular.
Right now, to get open, every Mustang has to work harder than what they have in the past.
So tipped by the Indians, so Mustangs will take the ball out underneath.
We kind of said it at the beginning. This is a very tall team, you know, collectively for the Indians. So they've got a little bit of advantage on us from a height standpoint.
Yeah, that's one thing Coach Jones knew going into this season was that we did not have a lot for height, and so we were going to have to rely on our speed, right, and consistency. So Dallas Under Grimes called for a 5-second violation, taking the ball out, so that'll be Indianola's ball. Again with that press, Heigergen at the point this time. And the steal of the Mustangs, Tessa Jones out to Macy Meyer on the corner. No. Yes, no, I was about to say no good.
It was no, and then it was yes.
That's a 15 Hands Real Estate three-pointer by Macy Meyer.
And sometimes once you break the seal right there, they just start to fall.
Another steal by the Mustangs. Heigergen up front, off to Meyer, just going all the way, and it kind of looks like, a block on that.
I think she got blocked right there.
So another steal by the Mustangs. Out to Leah Brauch on the outside. She's going to pull up for three also. No good. Rebound, number 4, Lauren Olson.
I like the back and forth on this right now. It's fun to watch.
Indianola with the ball. Blake up top. They're going to call foul here. We got a reach-in foul in the Mustangs. That foul is on number 2, Leah Brauch. Substitution for Indianola, number 11, Hadley Erickson. Into Olson, back up to Erickson up top. That's a great cut there.
That's just great offense. Great offense. Good defense, great offense.
Yeah, nice give and go there by Erickson. She completed that play. Indianola leading 11-7. Nice baseline drive there for Tessa Jones. Kind of lost her footing, was still able to get the ball to go down.
Every time she gets the ball, she needs to be thinking shoot every single time.
Indianola able to break the press and then get down into their offense. Blake with the drive to the basket, no good. Rebound, Meyer. Mustangs are pushing. They're going to call a blocking foul on that.
That was close because it looked like the offense actually made some pretty good contact with the defender there. If they would have called offensive there, I would not have been surprised.
Yeah, so we've got some substitutions for Indianola. Number 24 Zoe Belt. For the Mustangs, number 12 Ava Smid and number 4 Neela Williamson. Ball up top to Brauch, to Meyer. Oh, nice down low pass there to Addie Abens. She was just in perfect position.
Yeah, and that's all part of that one play, multiple options coming off of that right there. And those are the ones that, Addie, when she gets herself down in there, you got to make those shots, and she did.
Yeah, foul was on number 23, Dana Blake. So Abens will go to the line to try to complete the three-point play. Number 5, Abby Kluver, back in the game for the Indians. Abens at the line. Free throws, no good. But Ava Smid, man, just tough down. Got the rebound for the Mustangs. So Mustangs able to set up their offense again. Leah Brauk, drive out to Williamson for 3, no good. I tell you what, Addie Abens is battling down low. It's like her and 3 posts for Indianola.
And I think she's finally starting to trust herself a little bit. You know, she's just getting back into the swing of things after the knee injury, and she's starting to trust her body, trust her lower level.
10-second. Oh, timeout. Timeout called by Indianola. Just about
it's
right on the line.
It's 25.
25 there, but 26 on that shot clock. So I don't really know how that works.
Yeah.
We have 2 shot clocks.
We're going to have to take a picture. I've never seen that.
Yeah, so it's going to be a quick 30-second timeout for Indianola. We, again, want to thank our sponsors. Specifically, we want to make you aware of some events that are coming up for our Dallas Center Grimes Booster Club. They always do such a great job of supporting our Mustangs, and here's some ways that you can support them. Come and join us on February 14th, Valentine's Day, Pat. You can have a great date with your wife. Just bring on over for the cake auction. DCG Booster Club Cake Auction. I'll tell you what, this has become one of those annual events that the very first time they did it, I think we all said, a cake, what? What do you mean a cake auction? And yet it's by far and away our most successful fundraiser that we do. It'll be in Meadows Gym on February 14th as part of the DCG boys and girls varsity basketball games that night. And there's a theme, DCG loves Disney is the theme. Also February 20th, mark your calendars for trivia night for the Booster Club. That's going to happen at Destination Grill from 6 to 9 p.m. So Dallas Center Grimes and Indianola all tied up now here in the second quarter, 11-11.
The Mustangs coming out in a 1-3-1 defense right there. I like the mix-up right there. It kind of gets everybody off their comfort level of that man-to-man.
Yeah, definitely a little different look. So shot clock violation by the Indians, so Mustangs will have that ball. That's great defense. Number 4, Lauren Olson checking in for Indianola. Mustangs moving left to right on your screen in white. Macy Meyer with the drive and then the block by Indianola. Lauren Olson passes it ahead to Kluver, back to Olson. Zoe Belt, she's going to get the screen there by Dana Blake. Ball to her, but Mustang able to tip that out. And nice pass ahead to Macy Meyer.
Oh, man, that's big time right there. That's huge. What a great, man. You go back to that 4-minute or 4:30
and now tip there
mark.
again on the, and they do it again. 1-2 punch again. Assist to Smid. Smid to Meyer.
Oh, that's going to go the other. Yeah.
So Macy Meyer now with 11 points for the game, nearing her average 17.9, but she's already got 11 of Dallas Center.
This is the part, Christine, that if you're Indianola, you wanted to avoid this. I mean, that's 3 baskets in a matter of like 25 seconds and another turnover with more pain to come right here. So,
well, yeah, I mean, so the score at the end of the first quarter was 9-4 with Indy leading. Now it's 15-11. So Dallas Center Grimes has gone on an 11-2 run to start off the second quarter.
Right, and but now you just reset because it's only a four-point game. Get in and play defense if you're the Indians. Get in there and play defense, but just remember what you got. A fake pass, get the defense going somewhere else, but somebody's got to be open on the backside. You got to get into these areas. If you're going to make a mistake, make it down on the other side, not down here on the Mustang side of the court.
They talk all the time about the middle 8, right? The middle 8, the last 4 minutes of the first half and the first 4 minutes of the second half being key. So it's going to be who can control the middle 8. We're going to find out right here. So you're listening to Little Hawkeye Conference Basketball. Indianola Indians here at the stable versus Dallas Center Grimes Mustangs. Dallas Center Grimes currently leading 15-11, 4:15 left to go in the half. Dallas Center Grimes will take the ball out on the side. In the corner to Tessa Jones, looking post up, Addie Abens back out to Smid, to Jones. Jones coming around, out to Macy Meyer, no good on that 3-pointer. So ball will go out of bounds. It'll be Indianola ball. Dallas Center Grimes setting up in their press again.
And I think, if you're the Mustangs and you're the girls, we're going to press. Yes, let's go. Let's get after this thing.
Yeah, exactly.
They love it.
Indianola doing a good job of breaking the press, getting it into their half-court offense. So Hadley Erickson with the ball, got tipped away and then jump ball between. The possession is going to be Indianola's. Able to inbound the ball. Lauren Olson out to Hadley Erickson. Into Dana Blake, tipped by Tessa Jones. Jones is able to get the steal. Mustangs pushing ahead. Leah Brauk. Baseline drive, kick back out to Jones. To Smid. Nice move. Oh, she should just go up with that.
She hasn't. Other than a couple layups, she hasn't shot.
So no good on the shot attempt. Indianola with the rebound. They're pushing ahead. But Ava Smid able to get back, get a hand on that. So steal, and then great pass ahead to Myers. I'm going to tell you that Smid to Meyer combination, that has been a great one tonight.
Yeah, she's going to match her assist total in this season in one game.
So Dallas Center Grimes leading 17-11. Nice switch there by the Mustangs. And Ava Smid able to also hit that ball away again. She's going to take it all away this time herself. And that's good. So Smid with the steal and the basket. Dallas Center Grimes really going on a run right now, like we said. I mean, it was they had 4 points at the end, so it's a 15-2 run at this point.
This is critical that it doesn't expand for the Indians right here.
Nice move there by Madison Grover as she went to the basket. That's going to be a foul on the Mustangs. Number 14, Addie Abens. That's her first second team foul. Grover is at the line. First one's good.
Man, she shot a lot of, she's 13 for 37, 35% from the free throw line. That's not the recipe for winning basketball games, but she's 100% right there.
100% tonight. So checking into the game for the Indians, number 5, Abby Kluver. For the Mustangs, it's number 20, Anaya Bowens, as well as number 24, Paisley Heigerken. Nice job there, Tessa Jones finding Bowens underneath. And then a nice cut by Ava Smid. No good on the shot there by Alexa Geyer, but rebound, Indianola's favor. Three-pointer there by Geyer again, no good. Pass it up ahead to Smid. She's going to take it herself, and that basket's good.
Oh, that was... Ava Smid has no juice left.
Well, she's running the point of our press, and so she is going back and forth, back and forth. She's gotten the steals. She's gotten the pass ahead, the assist. She's gotten then she's been the one running and running ahead and getting the outlet. So she's been everywhere.
I mean, you want to talk about MVPs of a half. Yeah, Macy Meyer has the points right there, but the assists and the defense and the turnovers and everything that you get right there coming right off of that point press, it's very, very impressive.
In the game for Indianola, number 32, Sam Grip. Also in the game, number 25, Leah Graham. Number 24, Zoe Belt just checked in. So Mustangs leading 23-14, a minute 22 to go. Brauk down low, out to Heigerken. Heigerken's looking. She makes a nice strong move to the basket. Now, I love that. For a freshman to have the confidence on the floor to just go to the basket and then rather than just immediately look to kick out to an upperclassman, she's just like, well, I guess I'll just take it.
Yeah, and that's a mentality. And that's a mentality that you have within you, number one, but it's also coached into them saying it is okay. But you alluded to this earlier, the connectiveness of this team is so high that allows some of these younger kids to be able to make those plays.
Yeah, so Ava Smith is going to go get her break as Macy Meyer checked back into the game. Heigerken's second free throw is good, so Mustangs lead 24-14.
I don't think the clock started.
Indianola coach was like, oh, shoot, now they can set
now
up their press.
Yeah, right on.
Heigerken running the point now. Nice job for Brauch cutting the passing lane there, able to get a hand on it, but not able to retrieve it. So Indianola is going to have a chance to take the ball out underneath.
And I know it's hard because you're going to take Smith out and you're going to put probably somebody that's even more active in Heigerken up front. You have to look down court.
And steal there by Anaya Bowens. We're going to go the other direction now. Anaya is going to pull up. She finds Heigerken, who found a brick wall. So out to Leah Brauch.
Nice.
Nice move to the basket, but the shot does not fall. Indianola going the other way. Shot up by Alexa Geyer. No good. Rebound.
It's 8-point lead. This will be one shot right here.
Same grip for Indianola. Was able to get the rebound and shot.
This is one right here. I'm like, let's see if we can get Tess Jones off the three right here. She hasn't got one yet today. Let's see if we can set her up one.
Under 10 to go. Leah Brauch's going to take it herself. No good. Rebound, Heigerken. She throws it back up and no good. So that's your score at the half. Dallas Center Grimes leading Indianola 24-16. We have some things coming up during halftime. We have our DCG dance team is performing. And the Ducks. We also have a senior spotlight that we're going to be doing. So, Pat, what a difference in the second quarter. I mean, we were down by 5, and now we lead by 8. So,
yeah, that's a 20-point quarter for the Mustangs right there, and a 7-point for. But you knew that the seal was going to break off of that lid sooner than later. So as we start looking at some of that, we'll be in good shape. So. Here, we got us a senior spotlight coming on here.
Yep, but first we're going to have a performance by the Dallas Center Grimes dance team. So we're going to have our cameras going to go, as we're getting ready to set up with Kyle Kaysen for our senior spotlight, we're going to first have the performance from the DCG dance team.
DCG sports has had some tremendous success in their sports activities. These communities are pushing to have organizations like the DCG Girls Basketball Club who are not for Mustangs with the one-on-one opportunities. So if you want these girls here tonight, big round of applause. And girls, if you're involved in the club, please stand up so we can say hi to you and recognize your efforts. Girls Basketball Club members, please stand up. Don't be shy. Thank you, girls. Thank you, everyone who helps out with the club. We hope that you're enjoying tonight's game so far, but now it's time for a special treat as we take a break from the action on the court to enjoy some incredible talent right here at DCG. Please join me in welcoming to the floor the talented dancers who make up the DCG Varsity dance team. Tonight, the dancers will showcase their passion, energy, and skill in a hip-hop style routine titled Party! Let's give them a big round of applause as they light up the floor with their performance. Award-winning DCG dance team, take it away.
For sure. Yep, for sure. And they'll only get better as the season goes on.
All right, so that was our performance from our DCG dance team, and so now we're going to move into our senior spotlight. We have with us tonight senior Kyle Kaysen, and Kyle, so how we do this is Pat's got a few, called like 90 seconds with Pat, some questions to ask you, and then we're just going to have a conversation so the folks at home watching can get to know you a little bit better.
Yeah, they're here. All right, so here we go. How many social media followers do you have? 600 or 700? Wow. So who's in there that we need to know? LeBron or nobody? Well, you never know. He'll probably watch this, and we'll get you on there. What's your favorite food? Steak. Boy, we always get pasta or something crazy
yeah, tacos.
like that.
I really appreciate burgers. I really appreciate someone who's going like, I'm going straight to the top. Give me
that's
steak.
right. I'm getting that. So outside of basketball, if you're gonna one of your hobbies, what would that hobby be? Golf. Definitely a golfer. You came to the right place for that. We got a lot of golfers around here. What's the coolest place that you've ever traveled? Hawaii. Not bad. Not bad. Are you an animal guy? What's your favorite animal? Lion and tiger. Do you have any pets at home? Yeah. So, what are the pet peeves that you have? It's something that I was like, all right, that bothers me.
I do it sometimes, but procrastination. Try not to do it. To do it.
You got to work yourself through some of that stuff, right? What's your favorite TV show?
Suits. Suits.
Yeah. Boy, that's like old school.
Oh, yeah.
So,
but it made a resurgence, Pat. Didn't you know? All the kids are watching it again.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah.
So, if finally, in the end, if you could be anybody for a day, who would it be and why?
One day, probably be Scotty Scheffler playing golf tournament.
Oh.
Something like that, and he can't play?
Yeah, I believe he did, yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Well, Kyle, just to let people get to know you a little bit better, especially since this is your first year at DCG, you transferred in here from Valley, you're making an impact right off the bat, averaging 23.4 points per game for the Mustangs. But here's the thing that I love about this, Kyle, is that not only are you a guy who's going to go and you're going to get buckets, but you're also going to get rebounds. You are leading the team in rebounds with 50. You shoot well from the free throw line. I feel like anytime you get fouled, which is a lot because you drive to the basket, but you go to the line, you're going to make it. You're shooting 88.9% from the free throws. Obviously, you're a good basketball player. Has basketball always been like your sport, the one that you gravitated towards and the one you love, besides golf, obviously?
Yeah, basketball's been my sport since I've been young. I played them all growing up, football, soccer. Played baseball a lot. Baseball and basketball are my two favorites. Played that the most. But, yeah, just kind of pulled towards basketball, and I've always loved it ever since I played since I was a young kid.
So you come into Dallas Hunter Grimes this year for your first year and for your senior year. What's your kind of transition and adjustment been to being at DCG, and what's it like to be part of this Mustang team with Coach Rankin?
It's been fun. I really enjoyed it. I've been welcomed very well. Teammates, coaches, teachers, everybody. They brought me on with open arms, and I really enjoyed it. The school, the community, just everything. Basketball team, I really liked it.
Yeah, that's awesome to hear. If you were going to try to evaluate some of your teammates that you've gotten to know, who is the class clown on the team? Who's the guy who's cracking everybody up all the time?
I have to go with Brody Burke.
I can confirm. Yes, he is a character.
Yes, he is, definitely. He likes to make jokes. He can get serious when he has to, but, yeah, he's a fun guy, fun to be around.
Yeah. What would you say, how would you characterize the style of Coach Rankin, and how does it compare to some of the coaches you've had in the past?
He's a good coach. He's a hard coach on you, praises when you do something well. He likes to get up and down. It's honestly very similar to a lot of the coaches I've had in the past, whether it's high school or club. It's similar, but he gets on you hard. But when you do it what you're supposed to and then do the right things, he really praises you and he's happy with what you did. He has a lot of plays. We run a lot of plays, a lot of actions, but it's fun. He's a fun coach to play for.
Yeah, I've never seen a coach that had more like pieces of paper on him at any given time. He's always constantly drawing plays up in his mind as he's thinking of them. Kyle, as you're a senior, it's reaching that point in the year where friends, relatives, just random community members are going to be saying, what are you doing next year? Do you have plans for next year?
I do plan to play basketball next year. Not really sure where that's at yet. Still kind of looking at different schools and trying to find the right place for me. But, yeah, I'm going to go play basketball somewhere.
Yeah.
For sure.
Well, here's what Pat and I know, and from the short amount of time that we've been able to watch you so far this season, whoever gets you as a basketball player, bring you into the team, not only are they going to get someone who's a really great basketball player, but they're going to get a really great teammate and someone who gives a lot of effort and has great sportsmanship. So it's been really fun watching you, and welcome to the Mustangs.
Yeah. Appreciate that. Thank you. A lot.
Yeah. So we end a lot of these with, say thank you.
Yeah.
And thank you for being a student athlete. Thank you for being here and doing what you do. It's not easy, the things that go through and the things that are expected of you, not just on the court, but in the community and things like that. And you represent everywhere very, very well. So thank you very much.
Yeah.
All right.
Appreciate you guys. Yeah.
Well, we know you need to go and get ready for your game that's coming up next, so we'll let you go. But thanks for being part of our senior spotlight tonight.
Sounds good. Thank you guys.
Yeah, you bet. So our third quarter is going now. Dow Center Grimes again leading 24-16. Indianola at the line. First free throw does not go. So there'll be another chance. Number 13, Madison Grover at the line.
We take a step back and talk a little bit about Mr. Kaysen there again. And, the one thing I've noticed about his game is he's very slow, methodical, calculated. So the game is not too fast for him. He's Mr. Smooth as he plays, and that's very, very, very good to watch.
Dallas Center Grimes on the outside. That's a 15 hands real estate three-pointer by Leah Brauk. Baseline drive for Grover. And you know what? I really think, so far we've seen it with the drive getting to the line and then now that basket. Grover getting back involved in the offense is going to be key for Indianola.
Yeah, and they have to have that. And that was a perfect set right there. When you get that thing down onto that box, onto that large box in the lane, that's a great place to shoot from.
Yeah, she's their leading scorer, so you want to make sure that you get her involved. Right now she has 6 points but averages 10, almost 11. That's a nice move down low by Olsen.
I love the way that the Indians are attacking the hoop.
That's right.
I love how they're doing that.
Well, and when you do that, Pat, especially if you get that rebound and then you just go ahead and get out and try to get down the floor, you're preventing Dallas Center Grimes from getting set up in their press.
That's exactly right.
So no good there for the Mustangs. Meyer on the outside with the ball, finds herself in the lane, ball tipped away. Out to Jones for three, no good, but Jones able to follow, get the tip, and then Ava Smid able to grab that ball. Cross court to Meyer.
That's money. Oh, God, it was
Macy
right
Meyer,
there.
no good for three, but rebound Smid again, and she goes up strong to the basket. There's going to be a foul. It looks to be a number 24, Zoe Belt for the Indians.
Got a lot of good things right there happening on both sides. You look at the Mustangs, they get a couple offensive rebounds, but the defense have been solid right there for the Indians.
Yeah, you're exactly right as far as Indianola, though, just taking it right to the hoop. Let's just get going and move that offense just straight to the basket. Checking in for the Indians, number 11, Hadley Erickson.
And, in the Indians, Indianola, they know where they stand in this game right now. And you might as well go out there and throw it all out there and attack and play the game that you want to play. It's either going to work or it's not.
So the second free throw is no good for Ava Smid. DCG into that ferocious defense. So we do have a turnover by the Indians. Mustangs going right to left on your screen in white. Our game sponsors tonight, Grimes Plaza Vet Clinic, Royal Flooring, U.S. Cellular, as well as our season sponsor, Charter Bank. Our 3-point sponsor is 15 Hands Real Estate, and our charge sponsor is Schaefer Auto Body. Meyer into the basket and down into the lane, able to, with a nice move there, taking it right to the basket. So Meyer now with 15.
Yeah, and the smallest kid in the court, taking it right to the heart of the defense right there.
And DCG right back into that press again. But Indianola able to get it down to Grover down low.
I noticed this in the boys' game, the sophomore game before. The bench for the Indians is into this game. You know, and that's a community thing. I mean, we were talking about that earlier with the Norwalk video and how those kids are in this game.
Mm-hmm. So Grover at the line. That second free throw is good. So Dallas Center Grimes leading 29-20. Brock with the ball. Smid to Jones. Looking into Smid. No, out to Abens. Now looking into Smid again. She's got that mismatch height-wise. Oh, they called a
hooky, I asked, right?
Yeah, offensive foul then on Ava Smid, so number 12 for the Mustangs.
That is so hard to not do when on the offensive side to do that.
Well, and I didn't really see, was it a hook? I mean, they called the offensive foul, but I just thought she made a really nice baseline move there.
I think it was a little bit of everything. Did it have any effect on the play? Probably not. But it probably looked worse than what it actually was.
And that, you know, official is just right in,
and he's
right there.
Yeah,
right
I mean, what do you do? Well.
So I like the Mustangs going ahead and being aggressive in that press, but again, you know, you're just going to have to watch so that we're not picking up just silly fouls along the way and putting them on the line.
Well, and like that one right there, that's 3 now on Brock.
Well, and the Mustangs are 4 fouls, almost 5 now for the quarter, which would mean Indianola would be shooting from here on out.
Yeah, we're not even halfway through the quarter.
Macy Meyer from the outside, no good.
And see, they were doing a lot of that in the first half, where there was a lot of contact. So things have changed.
Exactly. I was just thinking that. Are you an Iowa State basketball fan at all, Pat?
I am.
So this is what we see a lot with the Cyclones, is that Cyclones also play a lot of aggressive defense, and usually it's a tale of 2 halves. One half is called really tightly, and then they realize we can't do this forever, so they loosen up, or vice versa.
Yeah.
They let things go, and then in the second half, the officials are like, we got to get this back together. So I do think that it's been a change of how they're calling the game as we've gone into the second half for sure.
Right. Yeah. So, and usually when you get to the end of the game, that's where things start to tighten up, and it tightens up for everybody because, all right, it's a 7-point game. They've gained 1 point in that 4 minutes basically right there on the scoreboard. But mentally, they got a lot more than that because the Mustangs wanted to do a whole lot, and they're not able to execute the offense like they had in that second quarter.
Right, probably going to have to dial it back a little bit. I mean, from here on out, any fouls on the Mustangs, the Indianola is going to be going to the line for 2 shots. So we do have number 5, Abby Kluver, at the line for the Indians.
This is where the foul shooting is very, very important. And as a team, they have shot about 63% as a team.
Yeah, I'm sure Coach Jansen would love for that to be a little higher. And she makes the second. Abens in the corner. So foul on Grover.
That's a nice take by Addie Abens right there. I mean, to get that baseline and get through there is not easy to do.
So Neela Williamson will check in for the Mustangs in place of Addie. So we're going a little shorter here. And in for Zoe Belt, I believe, is the one that checked in for Indianola. Nice defense there by Dana Blake. She gets the tip on that, and then Lauren Olson was able to come up with the steal. Lauren Olson's basket, no good, so Mustangs going the other way. Mustangs will set up in their offense. Spin in the corner. Nice roll there by Tessa Jones, but she just ran into a wall of Indianola defenders, so Mustangs pull it out.
Indianola is collapsing defensively.
Nice block there by Lauren Olson as Macy Meyer was going to the basket, so it's going to go the other direction. Indianola now pushing.
Overall, the Indians have really handled the ball well offensively. They have not been turning it over. And there's a whole lot of ticky-tack stuff going on now that did not appear to be taking place in the first half.
Yeah, you can tell both teams are trying to adjust. Things that they were doing in the first half now maybe are going to get called.
But you have to adjust. You got to see what's going on now in the game because the game's evolves. Now you have to pivot and adjust.
So Erickson at the line. This is the first.
Right now, one of the main reasons that Indianola is not tied right now is free throw shooting.
Right, yeah.
And that's 0 for 2 right there at the line. And even to get 1 point right there would be huge.
Nice push ahead there. Tessa Jones to Brauch. The layup is good for Brauch, and she's fouled.
That's senior leadership right there. I mean, Leah, just getting through there and doing those things. She's a junior right there, but that upperclassman leadership that you have right now is just is going to take over this game.
The foul was on number 11, Hadley Erickson. So Brauch misses the free throw, so is not able to finish the three-point play. But Dallas Center Grimes leading 31-23, 3:15 left to go in the third quarter. Yeah, that's a Schaefer's auto body charge by Neela Williamson.
Yeah, Neela, she got there right at the beginning before everything happened.
And just waited.
Yeah, just waited. I mean, that was actually a pretty nice offensive take by the Indians right there. Neela squirted on underneath there and got the call.
We'll have Neela join us for the call on the boys' game, but we know one thing we know about Leah Williamson is that girl's got energy. She's got spit and fire, and so she's not afraid to take that charge.
No.
In fact, got energized by it, and that's going to be something that pumps up the whole team.
The defense right now is very, very good.
Yeah, really good defense by Indianola. Myers going all the way. No good on that shot, though. And, Hadley Erickson.
Oh, my God, please.
Hadley Erickson.
You just got to be smarter than that, I guess. But you go down there and get clobbered on a drive, and then you get that ticky-tack stuff. Those are the things that are challenging as fans.
So Alexa Geyer, number 22 for Indianola, is going to go to the line. And, we mentioned it already, but the thing that, despite the fact that Mustangs have fouls that have put Indianola at the line, Indianola's free throw shooting, it makes the second. So, yeah, they've been averaging around 50% or less, which is what they average for the season.
Right.
53% for the team for the season. So, thankfully, if they were a 90% free throw shooting team, then we'd probably have a tie ball game.
Right.
So just over 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Mustangs leading 31-24 in white on the moving right to left on your screen. Nice take there by Macy Meyer, baseline take.
Yeah, that's a huge basket. She actually jumps back into the defense to create that space, so she's got a great angle right there. She's a master at that. 17
points for Macy Meyer tonight, which is what her average is, 17.9. Alexa Geyer's three-pointers did not fall, so Mustangs going the other direction. Oh, nice cut there by Leah Brauch back outside. A little tip there by Indianola on the defense. They've just played really good, solid defense tonight.
Oh, she carried the ball right there. And she did. I know that's a rule, but it really is.
She was kind of doing like a hesitation as she was going, and then
you're kind of getting your body set up and your footwork set up so that you can take that ball in right there.
Nice move, nice crossover, Euro step there. Macy Meyer, I don't know if it was blocked or it just didn't have enough on it, but it was a good move.
Yeah, she definitely lost it.
Wasn't able to finish.
This last minute's critical right here. I mean, it just seems like this is a half that the Indians have really dominated on both sides right there. But the Mustangs have increased their lead by 1.
Yeah, it doesn't feel that way.
No.
But the scoreboard, you're exactly right. It just doesn't feel that way.
They got it off. I thought they got that off.
So shot clock violation by Indianola. Checking in for the Indians, number 32, Sam Grip, and for the Mustangs, number 14, Addie Abens. 39 seconds to go on in this third quarter. Neela Williamson will take it up. Mustangs looking for a last shot. About a 3-second difference, shot clock to game clock.
So who's going to get the three-pointer that comes through here, or just that little drive that comes back, see if you can't kick it off the box, get a layup?
Yeah, I don't know. You would imagine it's probably going to be Macy Meyer or Tessa Jones coming up.
That's some pretty good defense right there.
Yeah, good defense, but a lot of contact on the shot. And with how the game this quarter has been called, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, that's true. Very, very true.
That a foul was called. So Jones will go to the line. 3.7 seconds left on the clock. Jones, a really good free throw shooter for the Mustangs.
Yeah, she's in the 80 percentile.
Yeah, 80% exactly. So she makes the first.
She's probably the best shooter that we have on this team.
Just pure shooter.
Just pure shooter. And it's important that she can work hard enough to get open and get into those open areas, and then people actually find her in shooting position.
So real quick, we just want to thank our sponsor, Charter Bank, our season sponsor. Charter Bank staff is made up of your family, friends, and neighbors. That means they support you during your successes and any challenges you may face. They are there to help. So chart your success with Charter Bank. You know, Pat, we just mentioned it here a moment ago that if you just in watching the third quarter, it felt like it was that Indianola just dominated. Like they were the more aggressive team. They had their offense rolling. You know, they were at the line all the time because we were in foul trouble. And yet somehow in the midst of that, Dallas Hunter Grimes has increased their lead by 2 points.
Right. I honestly, I feel a little deflated and defeated after watching that. It's just like Indianola has got to get back to doing exactly what they did in that first part of the third quarter and attacking those boxes and getting that ball off the blocks with Grover and some of these bigger kids, because that's working.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That is working. And now we'll see. I mean, she might live at the free throw line going forward the way things are going. Foul trouble is a concern to some degree. Nobody
So we're not putting them in the line every single time that we foul. So team fouls reset. And now we're going to go just reset everything, and we're in that fourth quarter. And this is exactly what we said we wanted to see Indianola do, be aggressive. I like the three-point shot.
Yeah,
right?
I mean,
you just want it to fall.
If that's your game and you're open, get after it. Let's go.
And Bowens now had the rebound, and then up to Williamson. A nice cut there by Addie Abens, but Mustang's still going to set it up. Macy Meyer, drive in. Out to Abens. About 10 on the shot clock. Anaya Bowens, nice move down low. Yes, nice job, Anaya Bowens.
And that shot is a result of being able to play and start everything at the beginning of the season right there.
Yeah, the
nice
experience
job
that she got. And, you know, a lot of patience on the Mustang side there. I mean, they used that entire shot clock, and they had a couple of different attempts, but were patient and got a good shot. Great move there by Anaya.
Yeah.
Mustangs going the other direction.
Bowens is very athletic.
Man, that was one that Tessa Jones, you could tell she's just like, oh, this three-pointer is going to be amazing.
Finally, I'm right.
And, oh, yeah, it's so hard. You got to catch the ball first. But that's exactly what Neela Williamson was setting her up for. I mean, as soon as she got the ball, she kicked it right to Tessa.
And this game is so easy for us, isn't it? Because we don't have to go out there and run and do
exactly.
all the things.
Oh, again, there you go. Paisley Heiger again coming up with the steal at the point of that press. Anaya Boyens cross court to Leah Brauk. Take it back to Addie Amons. 4-3, no good. Nice rebound, Paisley Heigerken. It's going to be a foul then on Hadley Erickson, I believe, for Indianola. So Dawson Grimes is going to take the ball out. Yes, number 11, Hadley Erickson with the foul. That's her third.
After this make, do we get back into the press, put Heigerken up there on the press and get after it?
Yeah, I think so.
I think you do, and we'll see. And there you go. So, I mean, this is where you're at right there. All right over the top. That is great execution right there. That's exactly what you want to do.
Yeah, it was a little bit like, I don't know if there was a miscommunication or it just, I don't know, kind of half effort, but it seemed like Paisley Heigerken was like, I'm ready, and she was just right into it, but she didn't have her people on each side to help with that trap, so I think then they were able to just go right over the top.
Well, it's important on these traps and everything, you don't leave your feet, because once you leave your feet, that ball's got to be 5 or 6 feet past you, and you're going to be trailing the play.
So Dana Blake at the line for Indianola. Oh, it just got a little away from her.
Well, she never really had the ball from on the pass.
Madison Grover checking back in for the Indians and Ava Smid for the Mustangs. 6:11 to go in the fourth quarter.
See, this is where, if you're Smid, push them to the other side. There you go. Push them over there because you got your 2 freshmen right there. You're going to create havoc.
Nice job, Indianola, finding that cross court, break the press. Now they're setting up their offense. Dana Blake.
Oh, jeez. I don't know. That was the most contact I've ever seen in my life for a travel.
Yeah. No. Did they call travel or
travel?
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so 5:56 to go in the game. Dawson Grimes leads 39-24. Thanks to Charter Bank. They offer a full line of bank products to fit your needs, including home loans, consumer loans, and business loans, ag loans, checking accounts, savings accounts, and CDs. Chart your success with Charter Bank. We also want to thank our game sponsors tonight, Grimes Plaza Vet Clinic, Royal Flooring, and U.S. Cellular. Also, mark your calendars. Dallas Center Grimes Booster Club has some events that are coming up. On February 14th, we have our annual cake auction. That'll be here at the stable for the girls and boys varsity basketball games that night. The theme is DCG Loves Disney, so you can enter a cake. You can come and bid on cakes, but we want to thank 15 Hands Real Estate for our sponsor of the cake auction. As well, mark your calendars for February 20th from 6 to 9 p.m. at Destination Grill here in Grimes for Trivia Night. Put a team together. You can register at dcgboosterclub.com. There'll be pizza, salad, and dessert cash bar. It's adults only. Put your team together. Come and show how smart you are.
Yeah.
Are you good at trivia, Pat?
Oh, man. It depends.
On the category?
Yeah.
I saw recently I saw a Trivial Pursuit edition that on the cards it would have a question for like boomers, then Gen X, then millennials, and then like Gen Z. And so you could just, depending on what generation, they asked you a question.
I get in those bottom 3 tiers and I'm out.
So you need to put a team together that has a mix of everybody, right?
Yeah.
So that was a nice basket there by Anaya Bowens, who has 4 for the night.
If this is the way Indianola has been playing all season long, in attacking that basket and attacking everything they're doing, I'm surprised that they don't have more wins. I mean, you never know how the ball is going to go and things like that. But, man, I'm really impressed with how they're able to get that ball down there. They're just not executing the shots.
That's a 15 Hands Real Estate three-pointer by Tessa Jones.
And if I was to tell you it's a 20-point lead right now, would you believe me?
No. How did we get there?
I'm like, I don't know what just happened.
We were talking about trivia.
Yeah.
And next thing we know, But Dallas Center Grimes can score and score quickly when they get on a roll there. They get some steals. The ball's going in the basket. We're not getting stopped for fouls and going to the foul line. So on the floor right now, Del Center Grimes has a junior, 2 sophomores, and 2 freshmen. I was like focusing on what we have, knowing that we have a lot of youth out there. They continue to play hard and be competitive, and just the future is so bright for DCG basketball. It is just
it's
hot potato.
Helter-skelter.
Yeah, hot potato right now.
Who wants it? Not me.
So Indianola decided they did. They're setting up their offense. Up top, number 24, Zoe Belt. Alexa Geyer with the move. Nice move to the basket and nice touch on the shot there, able to get that in. It was good defense. It was just a really great play there by Geyer. Tessa Jones
stuck in no man's land right there.
Yeah, I think I like the idea that she was looking for Bowens, but there was just a lot of purple defenders. Nice move, way to run the floor there to Madison Grover. Mustangs going the other way.
This is a good time to settle down here a little bit and say, let's see if we can run something positive. There's your shot. You take that 100% of the time.
And when it's Tessa Jones, you for sure do. That's a 15 hands real estate 3-pointer by Tessa Jones. Going into the game tonight, Tessa Jones averaging 49% from 3.
Paisley Heigerken doing what Paisley Heigerken does.
She's a disruptor.
She is, and she gets moving, and she's one of those kids. It's like, look out. You never know where she's going to end up when it's all said and done.
So checking in for the Mustangs, number 10, Macy Meyer, and number 14, Addie Abens. For Indianola, number 4, Lauren Olson. Number 23, Dana Blake. And number 5, Abby Kluver.
It's a nice. I do like that defense. There's help defense all the way around. You go back and watch that. You go for the steal. I like going for the steal by Aidens right there. But we also weren't able to get that. Those are the ones that you need to execute if you're Indianola right there. Easier said than done. But if they had a half a point for every missed layup and free throw that they had, this would be a 5-point game.
Yeah. Blake at the line. She missed her first, made the second. Leah Brauk up top with the ball. To Abens, nice back cut there of Macy Meyer. Out to Macy Meyer for 3, no good. Nice feet ahead, nice job, and way to finish there, Hadley Erickson. Oh, nope, scratch that. Number 22, Alexa Geyer. Nice, oh, yes.
Job.
Okay, first of all, nice job by Ava Smith to trail on that, right, to be cutting down the lane. But then how awesome was that, Leah Brauk finding her?
That backwards pass right there, it's amazing.
So just over 2 minutes. Steal there by the Mustangs. Up to Macy Meyer, left-handed layup. So Macy is going to go to 19 points for the game. Her average is 17.9. Outside shot by Olson, it does not fall. So we've got a 30-second timeout for Indianola. Zoe Belt checking in for Indianola, as well as Paisley Heidgerken and Neela Williamson for the Mustangs. So final 2 minutes, this really kind of got away from Indianola in a hurry here. I mean, we were just talking at the end of the third quarter about how everything had been going their way, and we were shocked that we had an 11-point lead. And now we're looking at can I do the math, 22-point lead?
Yeah, so how did it happen? And a lot of it is self-inflicted. On the Indian side, they just weren't able to match the baskets that we made. We made a couple shots. That's always nice. You get 3-pointers going and things like that. And those points add up in a hurry. but I think the biggest piece of this is the inability to score for the Indians, and that's really, in the end, it doesn't matter how many turnovers, rebounds, and things like that. It's how many do you score at the end of the game.
Well, and one thing that, some of the adversity that DCG has faced this year with girls being out and injuries that they've had, and is the number of girls they've been able to rotate in and get varsity time. And so that's tough to compete with when you are giving everything that you've got on the floor, and then Dallas Center Grimes just bringing in fresh legs, legs every single time.
Absolutely.
And down the stretch, that's where we're going to maybe catch some teams.
Yeah, and that's what you hope, right? I mean, that's what you work for. It's like, we're going to work harder than everybody else, but everybody probably has that same mentality. At the end of that game, we got to be fresher than everybody so that we can win those last 2 or 3 minutes when it really matters.
Yeah, the last basket was by Macy Meyer. That brings her total to 21 for the game tonight.
Shoot that.
No good, but nice rebound by Grover, but her foot was on the line, so it's going to be DCG ball. Just over a minute to go. A couple of substitutions for the Mustangs. Number 20, Anaya Bowens back into the game, but for the first time tonight, number 22, Samantha Rice.
Yeah, I really like Grover's game for Indianola. Man, she's only a sophomore right now. She's got a lot of good basketball. She's going to be a force in this conference in the next couple of years.
Absolutely. So Samantha Rice getting in here this final minute for the Mustangs. Maybe we can get a 3 from Sammy.
Well, she'll shoot it if she's open, that's for sure.
Nice drive to the basket. Samantha Rice with 2 points. Final 30 seconds.
I like the Indians. They could have just stalled and done a lot of different things to get rid of the clock and things like that, but they've been attacking the entire time.
We do have,
so
see if
probably
Coach
gonna hold
Jones
off.
calls timeout to get the subs in or not. No, he's going to just pull them back. So final last seconds here. As Dallas Center Grimes is going to be your winner tonight, 55-31. Dallas Center Grimes extends their Little Hawkeye Conference home winning streak. The last time Dallas Center Grimes lost a Little Hawkeye Conference game was January 31st of 2020. So we are a few weeks out from reaching the 5-year mark since they've lost a conference game at home.
Yeah, and, it's going to happen, right? I mean, nobody's going to win them all. You can't win them all. You're not going to lose them all either. They're going to run into one of those nights, and it kind of seemed like tonight might be the night there in that first half for a second. It's going to happen, but once it does, how do you respond, and can you get another streak going? And I think that's the mentality of this team and what they've got. They're just so resilient. There was never a time of panic in this game. There was never a time of we've got it won either.
Right. It was in the first half, it was like, oh, if these shots would just fall. And then at the beginning of the second half, it was like, okay, now they're calling all these fouls. So,
right.
It was it's nice to come away with a victory on your home court. And so we want to just have some final shout outs to our sponsor before we take a break. Thank you to Charter Bank, who's our season sponsor, to 15 Hands Real Estate, who's our 3-point sponsor. Schaefer's Auto Body is our charge sponsor. And our game sponsors for tonight's game, Grimes Plaza Vet Clinic, Royal Flooring, and U.S. Cellular. Pat and I are going to take a break here as the boys teams warm up. We'll be back here a few minutes before the boys game start. As we prepare for the Dallas Center Grimes Mustang boys varsity basketball game here at the Stable. Little Hawkeye Conference basketball to start.